Hello students, in this video we are going to learn how to solve a quadratic equation using method of factorization. So factorization means writing this quadratic polynomial on the left hand side as a product of two linear polynomials. Okay, so we are trying to factorize a higher degree polynomial into a product of some lower degree polynomials. Okay, so now to solve it using factorization, all you have to do is draw these two lines, write down the product of the first coefficient and the third coefficient. This is 9 into minus 2, which is minus 18. And write down the middle coefficient over here like this. Okay. This is the product of the first and the third coefficient. This is the middle coefficient. Okay. So now we have to find two numbers such that the product is this and sum is this. Okay. So now first write down the sign. This sign will be same as the sign of this number. Okay. Now the second sign, the sign of the other number is decided by the sign of the final product. So since final product is minus 18 and one number that we are taking is negative, so other has to be positive because minus into plus makes negative. Only when one number is negative and one number is positive, the resultant product will be negative. Okay. So we need to find two numbers such that the sum is minus 3 and product is minus 8, and here are these two numbers. Okay, so now write down the middle term as a sum of these two numbers. Minus 6x plus 3x minus 2 equals to 0. Now let's try to simplify this equation further. Take 3x common from the first two terms, and there is nothing common in the last two terms. Okay, so now let's take 3x minus 2 common from these two terms. Okay, so we get 3x plus 1 is equals to 0. Now we have already expressed LHS as a product of two linear polynomials. We had quadratic polynomial on the left hand side, and we reached here, which is a product of two linear polynomials, and we have equated it to 0. Okay, so now since RHS is 0, to make LHS 0, either of these products has to be 0. Okay, so therefore either 3x minus 2 is 0 or 3x plus 1 is 0. Therefore we get x is 2 by 3 or x is minus 1 by 3. So therefore that's how we solve the quadratic equation using factorization. We try to split this middle term by finding out two numbers such that the product of the coefficients or the coefficients of the two numbers is the product of the first coefficient and the last coefficient, and the sum is the middle term. Okay.